Hi, welcome in. If you're here, you're stepping into your highest timeline, and I'm here to help you navigate that journey. I'm just going to tap in, get a channeled message from Spirit. I'll pull some cards. We'll go wherever the energy takes us. If at any point this message resonates, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment so that you can claim the energy for yourself and also add back to this collective's energy. All right, let me get tapped in. Tapping in now, Spirit, to this collective. Bring forth messages for their highest and greatest good. Bring forth messages that resonate with them. Remove me, make me a clear channel for your word. What message does the collective need in this moment, Spirit? Okay, I get like a sun rising, like a sun on the horizon, and you're like, come on, come on. Like you're really eager to get your day started. Like because the sun is coming up, it's time to start the day. And you've been waiting. Like you've been up before since the sun was up, and now that the sun's coming up, you are like, let's go, let's do this. It's like you were waiting for like a party or, just like a really exciting period of your life. It's like the sun is finally coming up after the night, like after a long wait, after a hard cycle. And you're just like, it's almost like when your mom tells you like, no, we're not leaving until the sun comes up. And you're like looking out the window and then it just barely starts to show some light. And you're like, shaking her out of bed and you're like, come on, you said let's go and the sun's coming up, like let's do it, it's coming, it's here. It's very excited energy, and it's like you waited patiently, I'm getting, and now that it's here, you're like, I'm not waiting anymore. Like the sun's up. Okay, let's pull some cards. Let's see. What are you done waiting for? What's this sun coming up? What are you able to go do now? What are you so excited about? I just feel such good, positive, flowy energy. And like you knew you had to wait. It's almost like whatever cycle you've been through prior to now, it's like you knew that like you had to go through it. You got really good at waiting, really good at being in the void of like you can't take any action. But now that you're like, it's here, the action's here, like you're like moving full force ahead is what I'm getting. What more for this collective, Spirit? Hope y'all are doing great. I hope the sun is coming up for you, coming out, and you are running towards it so fast. I hope you can relate to being excited. This feels just so good in like my sacral chakra. So creativity. I just got a message from Spirit that said like you were so patient. You were so patient as you waited through the night, through this dark night, for this sun to rise. You were so patient. Okay, so I'm getting the 8 of Wands, which means communication messages coming in fast. This could be that you literally got a message that's like, okay, now I get to go. Now I get to do it. Now it's all happening for me. This could be the job offer coming through. This could be the opportunity that you've been waiting for. This could be just like a message about, your applications moving forward or something like that, where you're feeling like after patiently waiting for a long time, you've gotten the message that you get to move. This is Wands. This is action. So this is like communication coming in quickly now that's freeing you up to move. And what I'm getting is the 6 of Pentacles. So is this like a really generous, like 6 of Pentacles can be yeah, like you're taking this opportunity. I'm getting that like whatever this is that's coming in feels really generous to you, feels reciprocal, feels like you're being valued for what you can offer. It's something that you're like grabbing at. You're like, oh, I want this whole bouquet, and you're like grabbing at what's being offered here. And at the bottom of the deck, which is what's underneath the surface or in your subconscious, it's your Queen of Cups. So you made a decision, I'm getting, a long time ago to go towards what fulfills you, what your happy life really looks like. Maybe you've been successful in areas of your life, but you didn't have fulfillment. So like you are going 100% towards your fulfillment with this that's coming in. What more for this collective spirit? I'm getting with this Six of Pentacles too, see this like hand up here that's like giving, and you're kind of like down here receiving. I feel like this is like something that you had to wait for somebody else to gift you with, or to do something. Like the ball wasn't in your court, you were waiting patiently, and you waited for those messages to come in, and now that's coming in, and you're grabbing at whatever that opportunity is. It feels like something that is associated with your money, finances, career, security, safety, material stuff. What more for this collective spirit? Okay, well, there was a lot of cards there, so hopefully we can get kind of a clearer picture on what is this. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a new opportunity coming in, and that is one that feels good to your heart. It like lets your cup runneth over. This could be like a fun, emotional, this could be a new relationship for sure. This could be something that just makes your heart sing. It does not need to be, I'm not getting career with this. I'm getting a new opportunity that is aligned with your heart. It's a love offering. It's you've waited a long time in the cold, and now you're being seen and received and heard and seen and loved for who you are. So I'm getting that this may be a relationship, because with the Six of Cups here, this card just looks like a safe, loving relationship, right? This woman just feels so safe and loved, snuggled up to this man who's adoring her. So this could really be a love reading. Six of Cups is also a card of nostalgia. So maybe whatever this is coming in is something that you've wanted since childhood, or something that you reminds you of your childhood, reminds you of going back to when you were childlike. Maybe it's like you always wanted to be a teacher, and you're able to be a teacher now, even though that wasn't the career you chose, and that's it's an opportunity, but it's not coming through as career, because it's like something that's really like has to do with like what you love, your emotional regulation here. And I'm getting the Queen of Wands, which is you taking bold action. This is you being unapologetically you. This is you being confident, you being a leader, you not caring what anybody else thinks. This is definitely you taking action because you've just gotten word that you can take action, and this is just something that speaks to you, whether this is a relationship or a love opportunity in another way. It's something that just speaks to your heart, speaks to who you've always been, who you were when you were a kid, and feels really reciprocal, like generous. Okay, and we get the Knight of Wands with the Queen of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is rushing in and seeing this as an adventure, seeing this as like, yes, this is my opportunity. This is what I talked about. I wanted more passion and fire in my life, and now I'm coming in. The Knight of Wands is also a messenger. So this person may be coming in, might be a fire sign, may be coming in with a message. It could be a love message or some type of opportunity for you that feels really good to your heart. But yeah, I'm kind of getting that this Knight of Wands is coming in to give you this message. And it's going to be something that makes you, like, honors who you are and makes you embody who you've wanted to be, like what you've been missing, I'm getting. Like, honors the who you were when you were a child, when you always wanted to do this thing, but because of life you didn't do it. But you've kind of recently like pulled back and been like, no, that's not how I want to live. And you were so patient. You patiently waited until the stars aligned and you were able to get this opportunity. And now I'm getting that, like, this Knight of Wands is rushing in with this message for you, and whatever this information is allows you to take action towards this opportunity that feels really yummy, juicy to you. Could be a relationship, could be a job, because here we get the Page of Pentacles, and the Page is a learner, but Pentacles are career, material, wealth, your house, your safety, your security. And the Page is kind of like, what do I want to do here? What skill could I learn? How could, even if this is a relationship, how could I go into this in a way that makes me feel safe and secure? And, honoring your heart can do that. So I'm getting safety and security here, but I'm really getting you pausing to take the time to walk forward kind of as a learner in this, not as you normally would, like impulsively, but to kind of like, what could this look like for me? How can I make this dream, this passion project, this who I want to be, this homestead, this new job, this new relationship that I feel very fiery and excited about, how can I make it sustainable? How can I make sure that as I'm going through it, it just feels like not rushed and not impulsive and not like of old patterns, but just feels good and solid to me. So I get from Spirit, that's kind of the advice, is like, make sure that this is sustainable and slowly take your time in this to make it the beautiful, amazing passion project that you want it to be, or passionate relationship that you want it to be. What more for this collective, Spirit? What do they need to know here? What do they need to know here? Okay, so I get that there's some heartbreak here, and what I'm really getting is like, you're afraid of heartbreak. Maybe you've been through such heartbreak, or you've been through some of the same old patterns, learned the same lessons over and over again. This is Swords. So Swords is like your thoughts and your mental. And so you've been hurt in the past, and you don't want it to be like a bunch of work. You want it to be creative and easy and loving, and your cup runneth over. So that's kind of like, wait, how do I slow this down and make sure it is aligned, and I'm not going to do all of that again. But Spirit wants you to know that as much as they know you're afraid of entering into the same cycle that you have in the past, the Chariot's coming in. So this opportunity, this thing is going to build momentum very fast. And in that, it will heal what you've been through before. It'll be so different and you'll be so successful and so victorious in this relationship or in this new endeavor that you'll go, oh, like, I don't have the belief about whatever breaks my heart anymore, because this is different. This feels good to me. This feels honoring of me. So Spirit's saying, we know you're a little afraid of this, but don't be, because moving forward in this is actually going to heal the parts of you that think that maybe you can't do this, or maybe relationships don't look like this, or maybe this won't be sustainable, or maybe this won't, like Spirit saying just move forward and you're going to be proven that this is for you and it's not going to cause you the same heartbreak that it did prior, or that other things have in the past. And I get at the bottom of the deck, so what you don't see or what's lying beneath the surface is definitely some lack mentality, some if I choose this, am I going to be left out in the cold? This is kind of the same, like, is this going to hurt me? Like I've been hurt in the past. And I get the Knight of Pentacles, which is walk forward slowly, gain new information. Do not let this stop you from walking forward, okay? Walk forward. As you gain new information, Spirit saying you will see that this is very different, but it's very different because you're not flying in impulsively. You're flying in completely aligned with your heart saying, yes, this feels so good to me. And yes, I'm allowed and honored to be and valued to be who I really am. And because you are taking it slow and being a learner and doing things new ways, I'm getting that you're going to be very intentional here, and it's going to feel right. Like it's just going to feel not rushed, not overwhelming, but it's going to feel nice and steady. A good steady pace. Okay? Anything more for this collective spirit? There's a lot of pentacles here and only one Ace of Cups. So I'm getting that this could very well be a career reading or something that has to do with money or a business. And maybe this is just a business and a career that's actually aligned with your heart and passion, because there's a lot of wands out here. Anything more? For this collective spirit. Okay. So, okay, this is the final message. I got the Knight of Cups, but I got it in reverse. And I'm really seeing this. So the Knight of Cups is a love offering. Somebody coming in and just giving, it's the most romantic card in the deck. So, okay, this could be a love reading, like love, new career, whatever. So this could be somebody coming in and offering you a love offering. And you're thinking, do I need to be like strategic about this? See this in this card? He really looks like he is like playing a game and needs to be strategic and needs to be like guarded with his heart and like gonna take what he wants because there's strategy to it and protect himself. Like to me, this just feels like a very strategic card. That's what I get from this card. And so because it was in reverse, Spirit's saying, allow this love offering to come in and do not guard your heart. Don't start feeling like you need to play games or you need to put up walls or you need to protect yourself or you need to, of course, if there's red flags, if there's whatever, but you do not need to do all of that. This is going to be easy. And what Spirit's asking you to do is be the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is like childlike and innocent and just like, wow, you want to give me a love offering? Like, okay, I'm not going to think of like what I owe you now or what the quid pro quo is or what I have to do, or like, it's just like, thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the love offering. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. And like stepping forward and feeling okay to make mistakes. Like you don't need to strategize so much because you're afraid to make mistakes. No, like step forward. And if you make mistakes, guess what you say? I'm sorry. That wasn't my best day. That wasn't my best version of myself. And in this new love, you don't need to be perfect. You guys can, in this new relationship, whatever this is, you don't need to be perfect. You can be yourself and be childlike and be completely goofy and quirky and whatever you are and unapologetically you. And if there's mistakes that are made or you guys, run upon some issues, rather than like strategizing them and running protective patterns, you just say like, whoops, like kids, like whoops, like nobody expected me to ever be perfect. I didn't expect you to be perfect. Can we repair this? And you move on, okay? And that's what I'm getting Spirit saying. This is what's going to heal how your past relationships have made you feel left out in the cold and made you feel sad and heartbroken. So yeah, the final advice is don't strategize. Do not protect yourself so much that you block yourself off. Receive this love offering and be like the Page of Cups that is so willing to be like in childlike wonder and just like receive. Like, wow, this world is so fun, and this person that's giving me new things or these new opportunities or this new love or these gifts or whatever that are coming in, like, this is fun. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Just have fun with it. And I get that this is coming in so fast for you. That's the message. If you want to claim it, comment down below and make sure you like and you subscribe. And until next message.